How's it going, guys? This is Wayne back for another lesson, and this is a beginner's lesson, so if anyone's been on who's quite, experienced on a guitar, it's not for you. This is part of my beginner's course. And what I'm going to do today is just show you 4 really simple riffs, because I think it's quite important when you're learning a guitar and you're just going through a few chords, which you should do. The chords are going to lead to the strumming and putting some nice, simple songs and everything together, which looks impressive in itself. But when you're a beginner and you just, what's the first thing somebody says to you? Play me something, and when you just play, well, I've been doing an E minor chord, or an A sus2 chord, well, is that all you can do? But as soon as you play a riff, now what a riff is, it's a little series of notes that are recognisable, so. Now, I don't need to tell you what that is. Everybody knows that's Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple, one of the most famous riffs of all time. And there's different ways you can play that, but that is a nice, simple, easy way on one string, of playing a simple riff like that. And as soon as you play that to somebody, well, it's like their ears prick up and, it gets their attention straight away. So I think it's pretty good at sort of as you're learning to get, just a few simple riffs down, and plus it's enjoyable as well. You're actually playing something that's recognisable and it's enjoyable to you as well. So what we're going to need to do for these riffs is just get a basic concept of what we call tab, which is short for tablature. Now what tab is, it's music notation that's all transferred in numbers and everything, that makes it really simple to read on a guitar, because you don't really have to be able to read proper music on a guitar. I mean, it's quite important when you get sort of an advanced intermediate stage to maybe learn to read a bit of music, to be able to play with other musicians, particularly people who play another instrument. So it's easy to transfer things over and everything. But tab just makes things really easy. Basically, so these are the riffs that I'm going to go over today. We're going to do Wild Thing, which is that one. We're going to do Hit the Road Jack, Doctoroo, and Smoke on the Water. These are 4 really simple riffs that we're going to, briefly cover today. So tablature is, so I've wrote it out quite big. We've got the notes of the strings, E, A, D, G, B, E. Remember the little rhyme, elephants and donkeys grow big ears. So the lines that go horizontal across are obviously your strings. Now it's important to get, because when I was learning, always just seem upside down to me, is the bottom string is actually that one, what we said was the bottom E string. And the top E will be obviously the string that's further away from you, the finished string. So, and the numbers are the numbers of the frets. So 0 would be obviously an open string, that's with no fingers on. A 5, there's 2 5s there, will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th fret. The 7th fret will be 6, 7 there, and then obviously there's another 2 5s, we go back to there. Okay, so this is Wild Thing, and I'm just going to play, and all this is played on the A string, which is obviously the 2nd string down from the top. But that is obviously, just for reference point, that is actually the bottom string. We're playing the 2nd string down from the top, which is the A string. So I'll just play it you first, explain what we're doing. So it's 0, 0, 5, 5, 7, 7, 5, 5. Okay, so that's on the A string. So like we said, the notes are, we're just playing the string on its own, we're not strumming this, just a string, single string, which is the A string. So 0, 0. The next 2 notes are 2 5s, so we count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just playing that note, and it's important that your finger's right in the middle of the fret, not over the fret, else you get a horrible buzzy noise. So, and make sure you press your finger down hard enough, so it's 0, 0, 5, 5, 7, 7, 5, 5. And it's as simple as that. So the next one is Hit the Road Jack. Everybody knows Hit the Road Jack, made famous by Ray Charles. So this is all on the bottom string, or the top one, if by a reference point, which is the bottom E string. Okay, so I'll just play it you first. This one goes. Okay, so breaking that down, that's 5. So that's the 5th fret. And now we're now on the bottom string, just playing that single string. So 5, 3, 1, 0. That's the first part. The second time round, we do 2 5s. 5, 5, 3, 1, 0. So again, all the way through, that's 5, 3, 1, 0. 5, 5, 3, 1, 0. So okay, so that's number 2. Number 3 is Doctor Who, so I'll just play that first. So okay, so it's just 2 notes in this, but there is a little, to make it sound a little bit better, I do actually put a little slide in there. But again, this is all on the bottom E string. So we're starting on the 5th fret. Now it's important to get the rhythm right on this one. So it goes 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 8, 8, 8. So they're all in sort of what we'd call triplets. So, and when we go to the fret 8, it's quite good, quite effective to put a little, if we're doing it with one finger, a little slide in like that, so we get this. Okay, so that's Doctor Who. The kids love that one. That's a very popular one, Doctor Who is. And the last one is Smoke on the Water, one of the most famous riffs of all time. So again, we're on the bottom E string with this one. And this one really, so I'm going to do this in a little section. So the first bit will be 0, 3, 5. So that's 0, 3, 5. Okay, the next part will be 0, 3, 6, 5. Again, so 0, 3, 6, 5. And then the third part will be 0, 3, 5, 3, 0. Okay, so again, so 0, 3, 5, 5, 0. So all the way through really slowly, that will be 0, 3, 5, 0, 3, 6, 5, 0, 3, 5, 3, 0. Okay, a bit more of an up tempo with it, so. And that's it, 4 really simple riffs there, and it just gives you, plus it's a good exercise for your fingers, getting your fingers moving around. It's good to try and use more than one finger as well, especially on that one, because I mean I know everybody's the same, me included. When I was a beginner, I used to just move one finger around. I think I can remember even doing it with my thumb to start off with. But try and use as many fingers as you can, even if you're just using 2 fingers. You know what I mean? It just gets you. It's a good exercise for your fingers, and it just gets more than one finger used to working and moving around, and it's gonna build your fingers up for when we get into scales and things like that. So I hope you enjoyed that. I will be back very soon for another beginner's lesson, because I'm putting a little course together aimed at absolute beginners. So if you've got any friends or family or children who are sort of just touching on learning a guitar, or it's something that they mildly interested in, you could do a lot worse than learning guitar. It brings you so much joy, so please spread the word. Thanks for everyone who's subscribed, I really do appreciate it, and I will catch you for another lesson very soon.